There you go. Microphone's online. Scroll up. I need to change something. First, welcome. Welcome. See, you're on your phone. Hey, if you are able to come back in a couple hours, do so. Because I'm thinking of doing something a little bit different, and the title hints at that. So if you're able to come back in a couple hours, please do so. But until then, have fun in the world. Oh, Jesus, 14 hours? Oh, okay. Maybe I'll be still on 14 hours. Welcome to the longest stream ever. Alright, later, Tar. Enjoy being with me. Later, amigo. I love the custom necklace. I hope to get those done real soon. Let's see here. I think everything's fixed up. But we're not going to our desktop first thing in the morning right now. Something a little bit different, as I said, within... What was this? The stream name. I forgot what a title was called. So let me get you the rundown in 2 whole seconds. Because there was a couple of things that are making my situation a little bit harder. Take a look at this. Well, if it... You can take a look at it when it happens. Online draw. There. Beautiful, beautiful. SketchPad. Oh, it saved my work. Please clear the layer. Cut all. That's how you clear a layer. Maybe. I don't know. Just don't press the paste button. Right. So here's the intro. Are you dabbing? That is so old. So, here's the lowdown of my situation. Essentially, here's my life right now. In regards to... Is there a text button? Ooh, there is. Here's this right here. I am working a job. Essentially, this is 40 hours a week. That's a lot of time. Now, let's take a look at 24 times 7. And essentially, 168. You have 168 hours within a day. So you take this. Hours. 168. Automatically, you take around 7 to 8 to sleep. So let's just do 8 times 7. 56. Okay. So essentially, minus 56. And that's going to equal 112. That's how many hours you have. Roughly, in any given day. Of course, I have more hours because I'm sleeping a lot less. Take that. And now, this is... Oops. Now that's 112 minus 40. And that equals... Ooh, let's see. 72. Now we have 72 hours. That is the remaining hours for me to do anything. Typically, I spend a couple hours on downtime every day. Like 7 times, so that's downtime. 72 minus 12, that's equal to 60. The rest of these 60 hours, I could put towards anything. But I put it towards my business. What goes into having a business? Because it's a lot tougher than you might think. Essentially, within this thing right here, you have... Let's drag this down there. You have marketing, social media. Social media. What else do you have? You have software creation. You have streaming. You have video creation. You have other forms of art. You have getting people, or managing people, and so on, so forth. EDM. I have to squeeze in. Having a bad day. I just found out that my mushroom culture is sick. I'm trying to heal it. I don't want it to die. Oh no. I like it a lot, even though I haven't figured out a name for it yet. But I still wouldn't mind if it died. I am so sorry to hear about that, Kinomir. I hope you're able to heal that up. I know plants could be such a hard thing to do. Speaking of that, we're actually discussing a little bit about this sort of thing actually right now. So I have to disperse 60 hours maximum across these different categories. And believe me, 60 hours between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus teens is kind of a hard thing to do. 60 divided by 7, it's not going to cleanly divide. I don't know why I was control F'ing. That's roughly like 8.5 hours per activity. And that's not to mention the sub-categories within each category. But if you want to account for like 3 different subcategories for each category, that's like 3 hours. And there's a lot of overlap between them. But we're just simplifying it right now. Basically, we're dividing the whole thing. 60 divided by 7 equals 8.5. And then afterwards, you take that 8.5 number, divide it by 3 different subcategories, and you get that magical thing, 2.885. I have roughly like 3 hours to do all this time. If you're wondering why I didn't stream consistently, it's because of all of this. Job, this, me sleeping. I need a little bit of downtime in order to actually get my head on straight, and then afterwards, anything else. And that is a lot of things to do. So, I don't think it's realistic to put in almost 3 hours into each one of these subjects. That's just not the case. It's not realistic. Now, I'm still doing my research. I'm still seeing what makes a successful company, essentially. One of those people... Got a chat message? Ooh, hug. Thank you for the hug. Wait, hold on. It's not... Did it not change the color of your name? What the heck? Apparently, this color doesn't exist within the BB code database. Let me look through this console real quick. Color. Where is the color? Color. Nothing. Nothing? But hang on, I'm looking at Twitch right now. You have a color. Is your color really nothing? What a weird bug. Anyways, color is null, according to that. Oh no. Girlfriends. Oh man, I use YouTube. Fair enough. I'm just trying to see why the API is not exactly working in the first place. Even though you have a color. It's just not showcasing the color. I don't know why. It must be a bug within the API. So, getting back on track, this is not realistic. I need to focus my goals to something else. Something different. How do we do that? Well, there's a little bit of research into what I believe to do. First of all, we need quite a bit of time, but we don't need that much time if we have people behind what we do. Now, there's actually multiple ways we could do this. For software development, for software development itself, I actually have something already scheduled. Get.this.group. So if you go to my site administration, go to user accounts. Don't worry about this. They were just doing something. I'm pretty sure these are bot accounts. And it says they logged in, so technically they, quote-unquote, registered or activated their account, but no. At the same time, it's not activated, so they can't change anything. And I find that really funny. I'm being spammed by whatever this is, and I don't even know what this website is. Like, if I try to go to this website itself, Spectrum blocks it. So what is this called? Don't actually go to this website. Usually when Spectrum blocks something, it means that one of their third-party contractors actually deemed it as a malicious site. So, blog. I'm a computer science major. I know what I'm doing, okay? That's top. Oh, it didn't play the sound when I was... I guess the sound plays for everything else. That's another bug to fix. Alright. Play that sound next to your mushroom culture. Maybe it'll be the key. So I go to this website. It's a 404 page! It's a 404 page!
For continued survival. Yeah, right.
To our continued survival. So, apparently this website doesn't even have an index.html. It's broken. It's a broken website. And I'm being spammed with registers by, I don't know, snot-nosed Big E over here, who is just going, new blog, hi, number, at blogranks.top. And this bot is apparently just registering crap under random usernames. This is why I enabled, you have to go to your email just to activate it, like, verify activation. Because of this spam was annoying the crap out of me. But now, I could actually just, like, here, unactivated accounts. We just go to, I think it's in actions? No, it's not actions. Dashboard. There's the maintenance operations is somewhere else. Where is it? Where's the buttons? Here it is. Cron tasks? Cron tasks. There is a button here somewhere. Delete all unactivated accounts. This button right here. Here. Whoop. Alright. It's spinned. It's spinning. That should have done it. So now we go back to here. Here's our accounts. Nope. Like, a lot of them are gone. Here, what happens if we refresh again? Oh, these are unactivated. Alright. Well, clearly they aren't activated. Orcho just failed to delete them. I guess Forcho gives you 24 hours to activate your account. And if it doesn't, then that's when the thing cleans up. But as you can see, I cleaned up a lot of users because none of them activated their account. They're all bots. Now, why am I saying that? Why did I go on all that tangent? Well, open source, of course. Open source development is actually an interesting solution to all this. Here, problem, not enough time to do software creation. Grab this. And then after this, solution. This is legitimately a solution. Is having other people come in and people who are interested in that sort of thing contributing. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news in this specific case, but not a lot of people are programmers, and open source development is a hobbyist thing. So, if you have people coming in at all, that means your project's like rare, essentially. Meaning that they just put in a little bit of time just to improve the project because they like it that much, first of all. And second of all, it's also because it's super, like, how should I put this? They're good enough with programming to the point where they just contribute. Now, there are a couple of downsides. One of them is this. The other downside would be, like, people using LLMs just to contribute. But I don't think that's going to be a problem because LLMs are usually used for the people who are, like, you know, apparently on the popular sites. Just so that way, I don't know, they could get a software development job. Bloody idiots. Another solution, interesting enough, is... can I copy this? Control-C, Control-V. Control-V. Control-V doesn't work. Another solution is just paying people. A lot more expensive, a lot more time-consuming. But the solution, this solution, is essentially just a one-way ticket to having your projects done a lot faster. The only thing is that I don't make that much money. I do not make that much cash at all with the projects I do. When it comes to my business, I don't care if it turns a fucking profit. I just want it to maintain itself. So the fact is that I probably can't pay people right now because the amount of money I put in won't be enough to cover any of my expenses if I were to start paying people. Kinda tough, I know. Just the way the cookie crumbles. Here's another thing to talk about. Game development. Blammo! With the same problem here. It's literally the same exact problem. You do not have enough time to do this. Now, what's the weird thing about the solution? Is that the solutions are very much different because of what industry I'm in right now. The solution is, in fact, not open source development. Hobbyist developers. Did I misspell hobbyist? I did. Hobbyist developers. Sure. So essentially with the hobbyist developers, if you have a good leader who actively maintains conversations between each other, I do believe that when it comes to hobbyist developers, you could just easily make a game. And what you would actually do instead is, instead of doing like the development portion of it, the leader would do the marketing. They would do the crowdfunding. They would do anything else that isn't the front end of development. And that's not really that different when it comes to programming or making art for a game. It's a necessary evil, but it frees up time for me to do that sort of promotion in the first place. Let's see, what else are the issues I'm facing? Speaking of marketing. Marketing! It's literally just an issue of time. Not enough time to do... Let's just remove this. Not enough time to do. And the simplest solution is just getting more people. It's always just getting people, but that's not entirely the easiest thing to do. I need to figure out ways to increase the amount of money coming in as well. So a solution to marketing is kind of just the same thing right here. The only difference being either hobbyist marketeer or paying people. And paying people in marketing is actually a lot cheaper to pay people in marketing than it is to actually pay people within to create some like, what is it? To create work. It's a lot cheaper. I searched it up. Funny thing about that is, it's still quite costly. I do believe that the marketing, when it comes to that sort of video game stuff, though, is beneficial. Now, I'm still reading a book about marketing. I'm still trying to learn what to do with marketing. The only thing is, it's hard. It is quite hard to do marketing unless it's your full-time thing. I need people. People is what I need. Lots of people, or lots of money. But I doubt I'm going to get lots of money in the next 3 months. So, get lots of people. Where do we get... How do we solve... Oh my god, how did I do that? How do we solve all of these solutions at once? Or all of these problems at once? Bottom line with all of this... Timing. Bottom line with all of this. Time. And money. But mostly, time. That's the major issue with all of this. Like, money is just a small issue, doesn't even matter. Because money buys time. Wow. How do we get more time? Well, we could put money into time, that's one of the solutions. But that's not always going to be my solution. Let's go back to the marketing thing. How was I able to get it so efficiently within the marketing thing itself? Funny you should ask that. Me, myself, and I. One of these things I created, if you just go here and go to Jump Cutter, this is Jump Cutter. It is an improved version of the Carry KH tool that was on GitHub a while back. If you see the improvements I made to this, first of all, I put in my MIT license within it, because I actively contributed to this thing now. Second of all, just remove that, since apparently jumpcutter.com no longer exists. Tested it on Windows 11 and Debian 14, and both of them actually work. This Nix theme, I can't test this because I'm not on a Nix. Ooh. Nice name. I wish I could pronounce that. Getting back to this. I can't test this because I don't have a Nix build, so I just completely deleted a Nix file. With this was just fixing bugs. I fixed the frame rate on this. I made it so that way it doesn't bug out in case if there's a path within it. And then afterwards made it so that way it could like get multiple different audio files at the same time. It was a little bit tough to do. Also, I don't know what pillow is, so I removed it. It was a little bit tough. All in all, with all these changes, I got more deletions than additions, so I am a great developer. And this is actually an easy way to find clips and edit down long-form videos. If you take a look at the videos over here, is it in here? Yes. Here is this one. This is the main video I have. And it is 5.2 gigabytes, 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's a long time. That is an exceptionally long time. How did I change it? Well, just put in Jump Cutter. Okay, what is it now? 600 megabytes, 50 minutes. It is so much shorter, and all I had to do was wait for the script to finish because it's a 2 hour 20 long video. It took some time in order to like quote unquote save frames. So that's a big time saver, first of all. I don't have to edit down long form videos, and I could just easily find that. Call to actions is another thing that I need to put in. What is a call to action? Essentially, that is a please like and subscribe and ring that bell. That's a call to action. It's telling you, the person, to do something. So, I just quickly stole this off the internet. Here is the subscribe.mp4. It tells you to subscribe. Nothing more, nothing less. Also follow, by the way. Please be a follower. Pretty please. What that is actually allows you to do is that even though you might get less views on like shorts or a YouTube video, it telling you to subscribe like 2 or 3 times within a video, that will get the person to be like, oh yeah, I like this content, and I want to see more of it. Like, I could just subscribe to it. It's completely free, right? I could just press a button. It's so easy to do that sort of thing. And that actually, even though my latest shorts got 200 views, within the algorithm, not the algorithm, within the statistics itself, funny enough, you could see within the statistics that I gained 1 subscriber. Even though it was at 200 views, and the only way to gain subscribers at that rate is if I were to push out something with 1,000 or 2,000 views. Because one day I got 15 subscribers, and that was only because I got around 10k in views. That is a pretty low turnover. So telling people to actually follow me would get me to my goals a lot quicker. It's a time saver. One more thing, and you'll be surprised to know that within Selenium Messines, I have to grab this and run in console. It's not. It's Python the 3. Bam. So I desperately tried to connect this to Godot Engine. I really did. Like, I tried my hardest to connect this interface into Godot Engine, and it did not work. It didn't work. At all. The problem is, I need to connect multiple libraries that are not within Python itself into Godot Engine. And while the add-on actually allows you to run with Python within Godot Engine, it doesn't statically link libraries outside of what it already includes. So this UI right here, this is something that's built into Python natively, but Selenium is not. You have to go out of your way to install Selenium using pip. So I had to do something else. What was the solution? Open this up. Look at this. This is TK-Inter. This is the, what is it called? This is the library within Python 3 that allows you to make a GUI. And it took a little bit of fiddling around to figure out what I was doing. But eventually, now I have this. And this, look at the lines of code. Look how efficient this is compared to if you go and look over here. I think it was... Oh, this is just not here anymore. Hang on. Look how efficient this is compared to web app. Like, if I go to project, scenes... Here, let's just take a look at interface. Oh, it's 265 lines of code. Oh. Well, how long is this Python file? Oh, it's 72. It's 72 lines of code. It is so much more efficient to program using this piece of software. And not only that, but it removes a lot of the bloat. Selenium plus TK-Inter literally blows Godot Engine out of the water for my specific use case. And you know what the best part is? All I had to do was do a little bit more research and just get myself to only use Python. That was literally it. But now I only use Python. And it just works. It's literally, it's been like 1 to 2 days, and it is almost to what this project would have been within my Godot engine theme. And the Godot engine theme took what, 2 weeks? That took so long to do. This only took a couple days. What? That is wild. That is wild. Selenium is the proper tool for the proper job within multi-posting. That much is for certain. And Python is the thing that connects everything together. Funny enough, Godot engine, with this specific use case, was the wrong tool. And because of that, here, you go to one website, you type it in. I don't want to go to the website because there might be like horny boobs or something, and I don't want to see that. Or Twitch doesn't want to see that. So you go to this one, you put in everything, and then afterwards you go to the next one, and you put in everything, and then you go to the next one, and you put in everything, and then afterwards you go to the next one, and this is literally increasing in time, right? You are having to go through loading times, you have to go into typing it, putting in images, putting in alt text, because accessibility is important for your algorithm, and then afterwards pressing post. Let me be the first to say that that takes a lot of time. Just to go to every single website and pressing post. The solution is just going to one thing, typing everything, adding images, adding alt text, and then pressing post. That is literally just a solution. And it works. It works super well. This has never been better. This has been a huge time saver when it comes to social media marketing. You want to know something else, though? That's how I get time back with marketing. But that's just for, like, this channel specifically. And that is for, like, the company specifically. Like, how... Now, how do you go and I don't know, just... Oh, hang on, something happened. Okay, it's still working. So how do you go and essentially get more time from, like, development projects? Well, that's actually pretty simple. You get other people to help you work on it. Now, easier said than done, right? Run! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! So, essentially, game development. You could just go to... You could just, 1, create a prototype of a game. 2, go to Bracky's Discord server. Perfect. And then 3, advertise a hobbyist position for making a game. And then 4, get people excited for it. That is literally the 4. When you get people to advertise it and they come to you, they are already excited about the project. Let me be the first to say that. Let me be the second to say that. The goal is, after all of that, you need to now go ahead and get people excited for that. And that's where your leadership comes in play. But that's also where, like, you do marketing and you do crowdfunding and you want to get this off the ground. It's kind of genius. It's really smart. I would think it's actually a good thing that you want to do something like this. You want to use everything in your power to change, or at least get people to invest in you and the company. And it's easy to invest in the company when your company values is literally, hey, I don't want my company to pay taxes. I want to pay you everything. I want to give you all the money. instead of like keeping all the money to myself. Because what would I do with the money? Like, I know what you would do. I would give you a safety net, and then afterwards we could do a little bit of socialism, and you could get a thing. Speaking of socialism, software development. It is so much harder to get a small project off the ground when it comes to software development. And I mean that for a fact. You know what's the problem is within this industry of open source software? Only the biggest projects actually get the development, because people won't feel like they waste their time. People will not think they waste their time. Now here's the interesting part of all of that. How do you get people to believe they aren't wasting their time? One. And this is a very crucial first step. Keep talking about it. Keep talking about it. You keep rambling about it. Hey, this is a piece of cool software. I'm making it. Here, come join me in making it. Here's a piece of software. I'm making it. Here, come join me in making it. Hey, here's a piece of cool software. I'm making it. Here, come join me in making it. You keep saying that over and over and over again. You have to really drive home the point. You have to annoy the shit out of people with it. Annoy them so badly that you are making it. 2. You will get a pull request. Review and allow for errors within the pull request. They aren't going to like hit the formatting down head on. They aren't going to. They're going to make a couple of mistakes. They're not going to know everything about there is to your project. Allow it to happen. Allow it to happen. Because you want them to come back and contribute more to your software. So allow it to happen. Allow them to just make errors, make foolhardy stuff. As they keep developing, lock down what you should and shouldn't do within a pull request. And you know what the funny part about that is? Because you're like setting higher and higher expectations, essentially boiling the frog, they will come. They'll keep coming back. They'll keep making pull requests because they see this project as dope as hell. It's a slow build. Slowly build up the project. And the tough part about that is that the project itself, unless you're something like the Godot Engine Foundation, where you have multiple different plans at once to do this sort of thing, it's hard to build up multiple projects. You have to go in and keep building up one. You keep building up one. You just keep building up one. Hey, you know what's interesting? Does GitHub allow for mirrors? Or do you have to automatically... Here, create new repository. Import a repository. Can I make this a mirror? No. Can't do it. Can't make it a mirror. That sucks. Python? Hold on. Python. I don't think the main Python repository is over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's not over here. Oh wait, hold on. Here it is. Well, hey! Follow. And C Python. Yeah, I know they slopified it. I don't. There's nothing that you can't do about it for the start of the repository. Python is important, unfortunately. Wow, compile Python. Wow, do some testing. Python is an old thing, by the way. Started in 1991. There's your first thing. Like, with all of that being said, it's hard to build up a software project. So, what do we do? With all that being said, what do we do? Keep that in your head. We'll put it on the back burner. Let's go to Steam real quick. Essentially, what we have in Steam right now is no games, because I uninstalled everything. But essentially, you could actually see it on my recent history as to what I've been playing. So, logged in, go to this, activity. Not activity, actually. We got a profile. We got a profile, and you could see the latest games. Yes. What are my latest games that I've been playing? Well, I've played Madness, Project Nexus. I played Payday 3. I played Krambos, Arake, City. All of these are great games, by the way. I suggest you go out and pay for them yourself. But what do all these have in common? They're fun. They're a little bit challenging. Let's write that down. New. Here, let's just go and copy this over to this one. And then afterwards delete. Oops. I did not know that was a thing. Delete everything. Shouldn't affect the other one. Cool. So what does Madness, Project Nexus, what does Payday 3, and what does Crime Boss Rock City have in common? Well, if we were to strip down the gameplay, and we were just to not talk about the gameplay differences at all, what all of these would actually share would be this. Progression is linear. Linear, and you unlock new things with every level up. Alright, what else is there to it? Well, within each one of these, every single one of the missions is a get in and get out experience. The missions are unique and short. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, we're back. What's happening? So for the last 50 minutes, I've been discussing where do we go next? And when I mean where do we go next, just keep listening in. I'll probably publish a long-form video of this later. What else do these have in common? Well, another one of the things is group setting. Every one of these you could just play with a group. It could be AI. Could be... You missed... Yeah, you just missed it. It happened like 2 minutes ago. Every single one of these games, you could have people alongside with you, whether it's AI or it's multiplayer. Fascinating. Well, what else is to it? It's entertaining to look at. Looks cool. I don't know how else to word it. It just looks good, feels good. It's pretty darn good. Very artistic. I love it 100%. Anything else there is to it? Well, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But essentially, if you were to not talk about the gameplay and just talk about the systems, I could scroll down. Oh, wow. If you were just to talk about the system itself, this would be it. Now, I think I find it very interesting that within this is pretty similar to how I work with software. Okay, like, what is the difference with... What are the similarities of game design with software development, with programming stuff, again, arts? What is the difference there? What are the key differences? Progression is linear, and you unlock new knowledge as you continue to improve on your craft. Huh, that's weird. This one thing is shared within, like, the games I play. Is there anything else to it? Oh, whoops. Oh shit, I pressed the red... I can't undo rotate, are you serious? Whatever, dog. Alright, grab this, put that there. So that's interesting. What else is there to it? Every single project is a unique experience. Okay. That's interesting. It doesn't entirely share it. What else is there to it? This feels like a school project getting planned out. You do realize school has a lot of similarities with business, right? Like, half of the school was designed just so we could go into, like, work-related things. So you are correct. Oh, nice blue cat, by the way. What else is there? Oh, group setting. Like, I am actively streaming this. Like, group setting is kind of, thing. Last thing. That is just cool to look at. It's cool to look at. Oh, these are just cool to look at. I think I'm seeing a similarity between the games I extremely love to play and the themes I extremely like to create. Can I make it more similar to the games I play so that way I could wean myself off the playing video games and instead creating themes for a business so that way eventually I could grow this mediocre empire so that way I could get like $2 a year? Well, here's an interesting thing. Projects. Missions are unique and short. I do not see that anywhere within the similarities right here. I wonder if we could change that. Funny thing is, we've already been doing it. I just didn't even realize it because I haven't been planning anything for this. I was just going on a whim and seeing what I could do it. But already I see the potential with all of this, with my Ryzen subscriber counts, someone being actively interested when I started talking about what my business is in person before I went into work at midnight. There is a lot of potential with this, and I have no idea why there's so much potential, but the potential is there, and I really want to harness it. So how do we get small and unique small quote-unquote missions within game design, software development, programming stuff, art? ADHD definition. Boop. I don't know, how do you? I love that you are interacting with me, Tara. It's great. A lot of my questions are rhetorical. I was just about to answer it. ADHD is a developmental disorder characterized by an ongoing pattern of one or more of the following types of symptoms. Inattention, such as having difficulty paying attention, keeping on task, or staying organized. Hyperactivity, such as moving around, including during inappropriate times, feeling restless, or talking excessively. Impulsivity, such as interrupting, intruding on others, or having trouble waiting one's turn. You know why, like, these people sometimes have an addiction to video games? It's because of this. These scenes right here. The more the video games are tailored to their personality, the more likely that they're just going to keep playing the video games and instead not to work on something productive. If you are actually tailor their personalities to the work that they create, then funny enough, you will see them exceed on a level that no one else, that no other regular neurotypical person will experience. And I'm talking about this because ADHD and autism go hand in hand sometimes. And I have autism. And while I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD, I was diagnosed with autism. And apparently, there's still enough similarities that maybe I could just, maybe there's a potentiality that I could just go in for a second opinion and get diagnosed with autism. Not autism, ADHD. But I don't want to do that because that's expensive. Or just assume that I share enough traits with ADHD people to the point where it works. Have you seen that one video where it's someone focusing on like a work video and then afterwards someone, like a person with ADHD focused on a work video and the other one being them watching Star Wars for 5 to 10 minutes? That's actually a pretty apt metaphor for what I'm trying to do right now. Essentially, I'm trying to make something that feels like money, PopCap, right? I like how it translates it to Unix. I really like it. Thank you, Godot Engine, for translating emojis to Unix characters. Anyways, interesting enough, with all that being said, if I could make work-related videos share enough in common with Star Wars, then I'll be unstoppable. So how do we do that? Well, we just need to figure out how to make short stuff. So taking a look at people making projects, you see a lot of neurodivergent people, like, doing a lot of, like, I don't know a good example. I was about to go on GitHub and try finding someone, but I can't find that. So essentially, you've seen a lot of the... You've seen this as a common case, where people like to begin project, but not finish the project, right? You see that happen very commonly. But what if we just have multiple projects on at the same time? What if, hear me out, let's just take Z. Nah. Thank you. What if we just take all this and do this over here? I love this thing. What if we just take that concept and just actively finish our projects as well? So, like, currently, what we have right now is a multi-poster, which actively works with Python and works with web development, something I clearly enjoy. What if at the same time we just, oh, I don't know, work on the work on multiple game projects? Like, not just the one I'm working on, but what about multiple? Why? Let's do multiple. Oh, by the way, Emberite fell through, and the only reason for that is because the project leader stopped communicating with us. So that's great. That's the second time that happened to me, and I've only been on 2 of these. Third time's the charm, am I right? What if we have multiple software projects as well? Like, instead of the multi-poster, we not only have the multi-poster, but at the same time, we work on, our website. And maybe improve the JSON web tokens. Maybe improve the entertain hook rhetoric. How about this? What if, website div, and then afterwards, other things. Other software projects. What if we also work on, I don't know, use of AI? Because apparently, another project coming up is the cats. Exactly. Like, once that's completed, like, in custom cats. Literally within the thing itself. What if we have other arts projects? Like, you've seen me. I've been incrementally improving this stream for a while now. And it looks completely different to how it first started. And it could, like, still change for the better. Like, the cats there could be more improvements with that. The chat still looks bare bones, as you can see from over there. This thing right here could be more. Do you look like something? Yeah. It could be more noticeable. These things right here were still images. But now, they aren't still images. There's been, like, all these, like, incremental increases, and the one common denominator is that I never really stuck with them for a week. I just kind of, like, did the thing, and then when I got bored, moved on to the next thing, and just kind of flip-flopped between video games, between the multi-poster, between the chat software, between this, between that. In, out, up, down. Wow. Let's keep doing that. Like, if I run out of things to think about, I just don't know what to do, we'll have another planning session like this. But let's just keep doing that. Alright? So, that's one thing that I'll probably change, that I will change for the future. It's just having, like, multiple projects, and we'll just ping-pong between everything. Because that's the only way I could be efficient with my work, apparently. Huh, is there anything else that could work on? Weren't we talking about people before? Gathering a team. We need a... What? 2 eyes. We need to gather a team of people, so that way, well, we can't exactly work with software development, as with, like, this is already tough to do. Kind of impossible to work with software development, when everyone else is doing everything else simultaneously. But funny enough, we share a common thing with game development. Hey, what do you need on a team? Well, I'm mainly a programmer. Here's my concept. You want to work on it? We need, like, a particle effects person. We need an artist. We need another programmer so that way we could like get stuff together. Like what? And then afterwards, like on the back end, I'll just be doing the marketing. Oh, what's that? You've been seeing like a weird, you're like a jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah. I understand that much. I just like learning. And because I like learning so much, I just know a lot of different things. Like, I might not be good at thinking quick to certain situations. But, like, if you want a long-term strategy, you got me. And I am literally the only thing that you need if you want to do, like, something long-term. So, gather a team. So, you got someone who programs, someone who does art, someone who does music, someone who does sound. Cool. And now, the leader just has to do the marketing. Well, I'm the one who created the prototype. I know what makes a game run. I know what makes a game tick. I want to make the game like this. Now we just put together a pitch. We put together a website so that way we could get, like, media. In order to get it out to people of the press, we start throwing... Don't you need money to get a team? Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Boop. Da, 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 da. Find hobby projects here. Don't expect to make any revenue. Use a bot to create your post. See how to collab. No money. Yeah. Like, this is a... You can work on this, but don't expect to see any paycheck. The only difference being, with me, I'm trying to say, like, hey, I will try to get you a paycheck, but nothing's guaranteed. Like, I could offer you 25% of the game's profits, which we in the industry called royalties, by the way. So I could offer you 25% royalties for a project, and if it happens to go supersonic, oh, congratulations, you made $100,000. Good luck paying taxes, that sounds like hell. Also, congratulations, I made $100,000. And congratulations to everyone else on the team, they also made $100,000. If a project happens to go supersonic, and I do my job properly with marketing, then yeah, it could work. I don't want to be a Bo Anderson, though. I don't want... Because I understand how hard it is to create something. That'd be so much money. Enough to not worry about rent for months. Exactly. Let me be the first to say... Why do I keep saying that? Let me say that my job promises a salary of $40,000 a year. What if on this side, I just... like, keep pushing marketing, keep getting teams together, and eventually I make it big with just one single game to, like, get $100,000. Cool, I could just quit my job straight up and just go on by 2 years. That's 2 years of sitting on my ass doing what I love. And not only that, I just quit my job. Wow, that's an extra 40 hours that I could put into this sort of thing to not only improve your life, the consumer, to not only improve my life, but to also improve other people's lives who are within the entertainment industry itself, or software development, depending on what project I'm working on. Wow, everyone wins. Wow! And the only thing that you need to worry about is me going bankrupt. Which shouldn't happen, because we're all doing this together, as a hobbyist. Everyone wins besides your boss? Hey boss, I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. I made bank off of Steam. Boy, I made bank off of Twitch. Like, sure, I get paid $400 a month, but at the same time, I'm just streaming. I'm sitting here, looking pretty. Wow. Super funny. So what else do we need to talk about when it comes to everything? Sitting here yapping equals money. Precisely. Ugh. What else do we need to talk about? We talked about time. We talked about cash. In case if I do have a safety net of enough money, because I'm not stupid, I put some of that into savings. I'm not living just with nothing. I just have fucking the autistic brain of, hey, I want to work hard, and more hours I put in, the more money I get, so let's just put in as much hours as possible within these things. And I just gonna make bank. Yeah. Ugh. This is exactly what I want to do this in the first place. I want to make as much bank as possible. Gotta make sure you worry about burnout, though. I have never, ever, ever, ever burned out with playing a video game. At least a good one that I enjoyed. Never say never. But I haven't. I've yet to... 300 hours, damn. I've yet to burn out on Payday 3. I'm trying to get myself off of video games. Funny enough. Like, I put in more hours with Crime Boss. I lost a lot of progress with Crime Boss, and I'm like, oh well, I guess I have to get my 50 levels back. I'm halfway. I got like 25 levels. Why am I playing this game instead of streaming, instead of creating? I think you have the most completed games I have ever seen. 89. What, you don't have 89 completed games within your library? Wild. What's my average game completion? 48%. My average completionist is 48%. I think I maybe have 89 games. But do you have 89 perfect games? Like you 100% 89 games? Now that's the real question. Apparently my completionist rating is 48%. You have 0. I have a lot of games. I have 200 apparently. And remember, this number right here, it doesn't count free games. So Team Fortress 2, which is literally one of the featured games, that game's free, so it doesn't count as an owned game. I have a lot of owned games. If you have bought DLC with a free game, though, that's when it like turns into like, okay, Love Warframe. Yeah, that's a game that I'm also having trouble putting down. Like, I have everything uninstalled right here, but I had trouble putting down Killing Floor. This one has 200 hours in it. I had trouble putting down this Killing Floor. It was easier to put down. But, like, holy crap, this was a hard game to stop playing. Helldivers. This one was easy because I don't really like certain multiplayer interactions. One of these is Helldivers. But if worst comes to worst, I could still put in hours with this game because it's a co-op shooter and that's my jam. Far Far West. Like, I almost got addicted to this game before I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm just growing an addiction to Far Far West. Oh my god, this game is so good. Deep Rock Galactic. 540 hours. Only recently I put down this game because I ran into a brick wall of progression. I ran out of overclocks. I ran out of upgrades. I am literally nearing the end of the progression for Deep Rock Galactic. Crime Boss. Binding of Isaac is pretty good. I just need to put in more hours because I have a lot of different ones. Payday 2. What infamy am I at with Payday 2? I think I'm at infamy 150 with Payday 2, which means I have 150 times 100. I have 10,500. No. 15,000 levels grinded in Payday 2, at least. Eugenics is fun. Indeed. I'm pretty sure Mugenics went through a little bit of a development hell, but I'm glad it still came out well. A lot of people are saying it's an anti-Woken, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just a game. Holy shit. Payday 3, mentioned it before. Raid World War II. Great game. The only problem is, on Linux devices, there's a weird bug with it to where it just like loads up your hardware and you have to unload the map in order for it to like stop lagging at a certain point. Like you run out of, I think it was VRAM. Let's see. Risk of Rain 2. Pretty good game. I'm just invested in Payday apparently. Team Fortress 2. 300 hours. Warframe. 500. Same as like Deep Rock Galactic. These games are in my favorites, and I had so much fun with all of these games. These games are hard to put down. I have never burnt out with a game. And yet I've always slowed down with projects that I'm creating. Why is that? Why do I feel like I'm slowing down with Warframe makes me cry from waiting and grinding because it's hard grinding without friends? Yeah, I could see that. Like, certain things is a lot easier to grind out with people. You just play public. And then afterwards, while they're doing the main mission, you just go out and find, like, an Aragon Crystal. Let's see, what else there is to it. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm at Mastery rank 15 in this game, by the way. Playing public is either good or bad. Depends what you're doing. With the Steel Path, playing public is good because you kind of have to play public for the Steel Path. Unless you have an incredibly broken build. But I've yet to, like, have an incredibly broken build that beats level 120. The Steel Path is so fucking hard, man. It's so tough. It's so tough. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. There's just a lot of differences. Like, Payday 2, it has a crap ton of randomization. I load out my favorite map, and what happens? Something different happens. And I have to react accordingly. And there is so many different AIs, and their spawn points are also randomized, to the point where different situations happen. What the shit? Payday 3 is a lot similar. And Warframe, similar there. Killing Floor 2, not as much, because a lot of the enemies is just a run straight at you. But still, is a similar theme. Deep Rock Galactic, it's literally like chance. If an enemy spawns on you, just gun them down, and you have to be skillful with your movement. Rock and Stone. I do have a Rock and Stone sounds, by the way. Oh, what else is there? I think that's it. That's a good summary of, essentially, there's always something different to do in these games. It was only recently that I put down Deep Rock Galactic because I was basically finished with it. And that was at hour 540. So, a little bit of, like, a lot of different things to do with projects. That's how you not have burnout. You always progress in something. And at the same time, like, that's the only change that I think needs to happen in order for me to, like, never be burned out with something like this. Because I'm already spending enough time to the point where I, fucking was late going into my job because I spent so much time on my project. I had a hard time putting down my project. And I was like, okay, time to go to bed. I'll get 1 hour of sleep. And it's been like 24 hours since I slept. So of course I overslept. I woke up feeling not refreshed with 4 hours of sleep. And I was late to my job. Meowsy. Whew. So yeah, this is the only 2 changes I need to make. One of them is leading a team of people, and the other one is multiple projects. Which you could easily do, because I already have the infrastructure to put in multiple projects itself. So yeah. Cat, brain, video game. What is that? Is that convenience store? What emoji is this? This you, cause personally I get burnt out quickly, mostly cause I need friends to keep myself entertained. Also, damn, really bad sleep schedule. Yes. Sleep is for the weak, as I usually say. But apparently the sleep schedule doesn't affect me. The only thing that affects me is it gives me baggy eyes, because I have extremely baggy eyes right now. And that's the only thing that's happened. I'm still the same mood. I'm still the same person. Like, apparently, I don't need a sleep schedule in order to function. I only need a sleep schedule to not look terrible. Sleep is for the weak, and well, we're all weak, so sleep better. That's a bad way of saying it. But sure, sleep better. Except for the fact that I don't want to sleep better, I want to do things. So I think that's everything that needs to be discussed. One thing's for certain, though. I probably don't need to worry about this Trello board. Like, who cares about this if I'm just going to go... Because you don't need lots of sleep, just good sleep. Sure, yeah, I agree with that. Maybe I need a better mattress. And my room doesn't need to be hot. Speaking of that, quick side note. I'm going to be moving out of my house in around 2 to 3 weeks because I am thinking of just going in and renting a place because I hate living here. Living here sucks. I do not want to live with my parents. They already limit with what I could put on the walls of my very own room, and I already get judged by them stupendously. What I want to be able to do is move out, get my own place, so that way I have so much more freedom with not only my hardware, but also my software. And also, to get a sick-ass room design that I love and adore. Like this. But get... Damn, that's some mean parents. Hope it goes well. It'll go well. I believe it'll go well. The only thing for certain, though, is that maybe I need to worry about something about the router, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure I could just connect to a local port and then fix everything myself. But yeah. Getting my own place is literally like guaranteed to fix my get better sleep because I'll be able to buy my own mattress. I'll be able to have a room that doesn't heat up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit and then remain at that temperature because this room sucks balls and my parents don't want to admit it, even though they have felt California going to be crazy. Oh, I'm moving in with a couple of people as well. rent is relatively cheap for how big the apartment is. Like, apparently, I'm moving in with 2 other people, and they were like, yeah, so rent is actually going to be $200 cheaper, but we're going to get a place that's like 50% bigger. What? So moving in with other people allows you to, like, have a better life? Holy shit. It all goes back. It all goes back. You gather a team, and everything will be better. Yeah! Okay. Yes. I mean, I've been constantly thinking about this sort of thing for a while now, what I can do better. And speaking of that, I don't think I'll need this Trello board anymore. Only because, like, I just can't. I just fucking can't. Like, this doesn't work with me. At all. It's impossible for me to go on a Trello board when I see a card, and then afterwards I'm like, but I don't want to do the card. I want to do something else. And then afterwards I see that this card, like if I go to this Trello board, it's like, it says mandatory, but that's me mandatory. So then afterwards, if I see like something needs to be done, but I have to hold it up to my own standard, then basically I just go into a limbo of like, I need to do it, but I don't want to do it. I need to do it, but I don't want to do it. I need to do it, but I don't want to do it. And I keep thinking about that one task instead of thinking of another task that I want to do instead. The brain is weird like that. When you see it, it makes you don't want to do it. Probably. And I mean, I have so many other things that will probably just 100% improve, like, the stream itself, the editing of videos, etc., etc., even making a game. But this Trello board, man, this Trello board, like, bro, it ain't having me want to do it. You know, we like freedom. Yeah. The only thing is I can't hold myself to a standard. Like, Lord knows I tried. I have used every single method in order to hold myself up to the standard. Like, here's a whiteboard. Here's my tasks. Nope, doesn't work. Here's a page. Here's my tasks. Nope, doesn't work. Here's my phone. This phone reminds me of my tasks because I put it in a calendar. Does not work. Ignored. I'd rather do something else. Like, I've tried every single means of holding myself up to a standard. Ultimately, I can't. Unless I have a deadline that is set by someone else, it is impossible for me to set myself to a specific standard. And while automatically, like, people say I work extremely hard, that is not because I have discipline. It's just because I like doing what I do. Either someone else told me to do it, so I want to finish it as quickly as possible, or, like, it is my own project, so I really like to do it. Deadlines are one hell of a motivator. They're a motivator when someone else gives me the deadline. Holy crap. It is a wild thing to do. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. What needs to be done now? Like, I'm pretty sure I've said this for like the 4th time now, that I'm done planning this. Here, let me take a screenshot of this. Save. We'll delete that for later. I have no idea which one of these pages will show up as a cookie, so we'll delete all of this as well. Right. I think next thing to do is delete certain archived repositories that I don't need anymore. That one I need. This one I do not need. This is useless. I don't even know why I made this in the first place. I think I just want to make a Wikipedia clone, but like, it's terrible. It sucks. It's terrible. Delete. I don't want to see this on my page. Goodbye, useless shit. Correct. This one. Useless. Dumb. Useless. Here's the thing with this one. This one is called Gamify Life. Essentially, this was one of the ways I tried making it so that way I would do a task. Same thing happened. This was one of the things that I was like, Lord knows I tried, but it still ain't working. It ain't fucking working. Just die. Gim, this is useless. This is basically a text editor, but like made in Godot engine. And why would I do that? This is terrible. I don't know why it's archived. It doesn't need to exist. You could just open up. You can open up Godot engine, put in a code text edit as a variable, and then bam, congratulations. You did it. Yay! What else is on here? Quick tasks. This is the same exact thing. So you know how Gamify Life? Yeah, this was an older version, and thus this one sucked more than Gamify Life. It did not work as well as Gamify Life. It's terrible. Trash. Get out of here. I don't want to see you there. This one, I'm pretty sure I might have still have a use for it, only because I look at this just to reference it. But I think I don't need to reference it anymore. Only because, like, I don't use... What is it? I mean, I don't use this anymore. This is also, like, slightly buggy software. So I would rather not look at this anymore. Yeah, I would rather not look at this anymore. Is it slightly buggy software? Into the trash it goes. Yeah, this was a 3-month project. And the only reason why I hated this project is because I've written it in JavaScript. I had a clear goal in mind, but I just didn't do any planning whatsoever. I didn't know how hard it would be. And this is like... This is extremely stupid. Why did I do this in the first place? Like, I've made a better 3-way communicator in just in a matter of 1 to 2 days. So this one being like 3 months old, this was good for lessons. This made me learn about JSON web tokens. This made me learn about JSON, about APIs, about everything. I've learned so much with this specific thing alone, I just don't need it anymore. This has reinforced my hatred for JavaScript. I hate JavaScript. I hate TypeScript. I hate anything to do with Java itself. Java is the worst programming language ever. Please die. Right. And one more thing. I think it's the web app. I don't want to see the web app specifically. Rimwolf? Rimworld. Oh, okay. Rimworld API. I think specifically I want to... The fuck is the point of this? Oh, I know what the point of this is. And this is extremely stupid. It's convoluted. I was working on a front end, but then afterwards also working on the back end. So when something broke on the back end and I was trying to do tests with it, something would break on the front end. And then afterwards I would fix the front end, and then something would eventually break on the back end because I was working on the back end. I think this... I could just delete this. I think this is not necessary. It's broken. It's trash. And then web app. I think I don't need this anymore because I realized that specifically with this itself, like, me going to websites using an automated driver within the browser itself is a lot better than just using the APIs, because I don't have to pay for shit. I don't have to force myself to go to a website only to learn there's no API with it. I'd rather just go to the website and fix everything myself. And I think that's everything. Quick Gen is a thing I was working on. Studio modifiers should always be a thing. Controller emulator was my first project. SD library. MIDI synthesizer. This is probably useless, but I gotta improve on it because I want to do something with synthesizers. I hope we get 25 followers. Oh, I think we will get 25 followers eventually. And you know how we get 25 followers? In marketing. It's literally just marketing. It's always marketing. Like, I'm sorry to say, but the only reason why I've gotten more popular than a friend of mine who's been doing no marketing, but at the same time has been posting videos and doing Twitch streams for like months at this point, it's literally because of marketing. The only thing I've been doing differently is just, yeah, doggo. The only thing I've been doing differently is just literally just marketing. Only reason why I've gotten as popular as I had. Also, just incrementally improving the stream. But I think we're all fine with that. Oh, and for Tar and for you, Tar and Doggo, if you ever want to, like, work on things with me... Oh, Jesus Christ, they created more. Okay, so you could just register for my website, like here. I'll put it in chat right now. It's my own personal server. Literally go to that website and you could just work on stuff with me. If anything wrong happens, just let me know. I do know you need to verify your email in order to, like, activate your account. You don't have to program, though. Also, I currently restrict accounts. Like, the global default is one repository. Because I don't want my server to be spammed. If I'm gonna be real, I don't want my shit to be spammed. Ah, well, good time is now to learn, I guess. I could intricately explain it to you. Or I don't know. Maybe this is one time where AI might be good, of just, like, summarizing a specific script and what everything does. I don't know, though. I think that's not good. I still don't think that's good. What do we do now? Yum 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 yum. Delicious. I shall help by power of following and watching Twitch as often as possible. Eventually, I will get 25 followers, and with 25 followers comes me getting paid $1 a subscriber or something. I kind of forgot the metrics. Alright. Well, so little money. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go ahead And I think what's beneficial for this is that we just work on Turbo. About 3 weeks ago. Damn. Hold on, I need to look at itch. Oh, there might be more games. Hold on. Gonna quickly swap it over to the other one. I have 1 month, 28 days. Oh, that's enough time. What's happening in the community? Opinion on my game's visual style. Is that Windows? Oh, feed. Amazing. So let's just... I feel like doing this. Remove that. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. That one will eventually remove myself. Because, fun. Here's one thing we need to do. I actually want to go ahead, go to extras, this, here. We'll go and open this in a terminal. Then afterwards, put a dash in between all of this, because apparently the Python script doesn't work unless you put a dash between everything. I took a gaming electronics class, yet learned nothing about making games, only a bit about designing games and how to judge them. That is interesting. I wonder what the class... The school's so useful. I wonder what the class was, specifically, ever so specifically about. Because there's a lot of things you could do with, games and electronics. Most likely, if you did take a game development course, I would think the worst thing you could do is first teach the history of games. Like, that is so stupid. If your teacher did that first and foremost, then I understand why your class was useless in the first place. What they should do is immediately get you into creating a first project in any game engine. Literally, any game engine. So that way, you could at least know how to start a project in the first place. Next, what they should do is teach you the simplicities on how game engines usually work, because every single game engine kind of just looks like this. Like, you open up something, it loads, and then you have a panel on the left, a panel on the right, and a panel below you. That's what every single game engine usually looks like. And then afterwards, you have the viewport in the middle, and then this is where you do all of your editing. That's the entire thing. We're going to learn how to build a PC, learn a bit of coding, learn everything that works, but I took it when it was brand new, so the school didn't supply the stuff to learn yet. So, like, the teacher wasn't able to get reimbursed for school supplies, like specifically buying like a bunch of small Raspberry Pis or something to at least like teach you what a small computer would look like in its simplest form. Wild. Interesting how a school did that. Let's see. I need to go and open this. I wonder if I could just put in jump. Python 3. Jump cutter. Oh, that's actually perfect. I don't need to look at the script anymore. Python 3, jump cutter, sounded speed is equal to 1, and silent speed is equal to 20. Then, afterwards, what we take is the input file and put in 6, 7, 14, 22 for... no, not 14, 15. 22. What? How big is this video? Oh, this is useless then. Put in 38. Now, how large is this video? Oh, okay, it's 5 hours, so it's going to take forever. Cool. So while that's automatically editing itself, let's go ahead. We need a couple of things to fix with Turbo. Bonk. Oh, right. That's an oil. So it's slippies. Multiple collisions, I think, might be an issue. What's this, Umbreon? Oh, an Umbreon. I hope I catch it. I think if I remove the physics of the thing, it might be better. This is another game? No, it's the same game. I just altered it heavily at one point. Okay, that's the end of it. Hey, I caught an Umbreon! So now with these cars, I think what we need to do is remove the physics material on all of these. Including the Hewwo. So let's see how this... Actually, next we need to put the player. So the collision itself needs to be multiple, I believe. How do I adjust the collision? Well, it looks like it doesn't happen. So then that means... So, grab that. Bonk. What is it? Physics? Let's do... Which one is this? Let's do process. Self.get. Lighting bodies. And then afterwards go to a player. if it's a new car. No, I think that works. And we might not need to worry about this. As long as on enter. That's supposed to happen. I think the weight might be the issue now. Okay, that's fine. We'll reset the weight to its minimum, absolute minimum mass. That way it could be absolutely stupid. Perfect. Where can I hit a car, please? Yay! Yeah, that's actually an interesting issue. So it does, once I unlock the ability to get a job and have spare money, I can't wait to do dumb things. Yes. The dumb things are the best part. Grab these. There's our car. Here it is. Just always apply a force. Force of 500. Oh, what happens? What? Okay. Whoa. The mass is what's getting me. I think. So I think the key is to lower the mass. It's half the mass. The mass is the issue. Oh my god. Push up. Or unless it's pushing down. Oh, it's pushing up. Wipe out! Let's just tone that down. What I think we should do is grab the body. And grab their velocity. It's equal to vector 2. I'm gonna reset their velocity first. And then afterwards, what we're going to do is then push them up by that specified value. I think that's what fixes it. Ooh. body's linear velocity, maybe? Do we set linear velocity? That might work. Just juggle it in oil stain. Alright, that's good. I think... yeah. I think the speed is not fun. The faster everything goes, the less launch it has. I think the fun part is actually launching it up. But everything going faster as well, that's also not fun. I'd rather everything keep a slow speed so that way players who invest in their car can actually juggle everything more. And funny enough, with slip stains themselves, we could put in a custom... oh, wow, that one's gone. We could put in a custom variable to stop them. Like, that's fun. Look at that, I'm juggling a car. That is so much fun. Hey, Cat, was this something new in title of the stream? Just you referring to what you plan to do in the future? Yes. That is exactly what I was planning. That's exactly what I was referring to. What was it? Something different, something new? I think that's also a FNAF reference. Like for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 teaser images, I'm pretty sure something different, something new is a very slight iteration on what FNAF's teaser trailer is. Teaser image. Teaser images. Here, I could just search up those right there. Yeah, this one. Why does Google do this? Can I have a full image? Thank you. This one. Something borrowed with something new. I wanted to... I remembered, like, somewhat of what this is, but I was just like, yeah, I want that to be a reference. So, like, reference. And, of course, the game pauses as soon as it reaches 0. Oh! I just remembered. I wanted to discuss how to, like, keep people hooked. So, funny enough, out of nowhere, I was like, man, I should just pay attention to how the videos work. So I was just binging this person called Cheesy. I was binging this person called Cheesy Yin, and all of their horror game dissections and their reviews of horror games. And I was like, yeah, I just wanted to see what this person does with the content that they, with the videos that they produce. I keep using the word content. Don't use the word content. That's a corporate word. With the artistic videos that they made, you can actually see how they make it entertaining. So, let me pull up that online drawer. So you could actually see.
Answer. Rather than
Shut up! 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 What happens? Why did that play? Why did that play? It was lagging because I am still processing my video. But like, why? Don't do that ever again, YouTube. Anyways, cheesy. So within their video themselves, first of all, there's a pattern. They know what they're talking about because they played a lot with horror games. So while I know how to make a good action co-op game, they know how to make a good horror game. So what they get is the initial impressions, and then within this, there's a sub-column. They have scene within the game that happens, and then afterwards, their reaction. And then afterwards, if another thing happens on top of that, just additional editing to gauge or to combine the reaction with the initial happenings. So essentially, that's their first part of how everything works within their videos. The next thing afterwards is they would go from initial impressions to thorough explanation. With that thorough explanation, they basically explain to them why they had that reaction in the first place, why the game would do something, and how it's either good or bad. And it's super entertaining because they're putting it in simplistic terms. And they're also using their opinion. With these type of videos, you're going to them for their opinion. As well as that, their thorough explanations, while they're good, they are good. While they're good with the thorough Cheesy Ian's explanations, it's also that what is it? It's there. But there's a central theme that they're talking about. Central thing that they are talking about. And they keep on points. So with the thorough explanation, okay, I see, it's like watching a lot of YouTubers, but with other topics. Yeah, precisely. I want to see what, because I had it in my mind, that I wanted to see how someone else created their content. I want to see, or their videos, I want to see how I could incorporate that within my stuff. So with that, this is how they usually do stuff. Then, there's the side thing, because this is the system that they usually use. There are things, but there's additional things that go into it. Their personality is one of the things. First of all, within that previous thing, I'm too scared of pressing the back button because my video is still processing with the auto editor, so I don't want to touch that in order to stop it from playing. So within the video themselves, they have their personality on full. They have a cute profile picture. Dude, they had the cutest fucking thing ever. It's so adorable. They have a cute end screen as well. Like their goodbye and thanks for watching screen is also so cute. They're like basically doing this at the end, and it's so adorable. Anyways, their personality, the reason why you watch for their opinion is kind of because of their personality. As in, occasionally they have a well-written joke that goes with their point. And I don't think sometimes they're well-spoken in certain sections, but if they need to overplay an emotion, they can overplay a certain point. They don't do this often, but they usually, like, if they're, like, going insane with a certain thing that keeps happening, then their personality kicks in and they overplay a certain points sometimes. Not all the time, but it's very funny looking at it. So within the videos themselves, you got a system that works really well and is really good scripted. Then you got their personality. And then afterwards, editing ability. Editing. Editing ties everything together. It's the glue that ties in their personality, their initial impressions, and their explanation. This is the glue. This is the thing that holds everything together within their video. And they take as much time as needed to explain why something is good and why something is bad. Similarly as well, within... Holy shit. You go, FFmpeg. Similarly, with all of that being said, certain popular topics that aren't like Payday 2 or whatever, that a new person can come into, like, shall we say, they use it. So, while I hate to say this, but trends actually do work. Yeah, they do work. If you see something within the industry, like how popular something is, how trendy it is, like Fortnite back in its heyday, and then for the next 10 seasons afterwards. Team Fortress 2 in the 2010s. If you ever say 6-7, I will leave in a second. Oh wait, does that count? Does reading your message count? Oh well. Well, I lost you now. Guess not that kind of trends. Popularity trends. You want something, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for myself, but you have to go within, first, your niche, but then afterwards, you got to expand your niche to a trend. So, say, let's just delete all of this. Y'all are taking notes, right? Y'all are trying to be the best content creator? Okay, great. So, say for the sake of argument, your niche is specifically texturing within video games. Do you know how specific that is? Like, I don't think I have ever seen a person who dedicates themselves to talking about texturing in video games and all the intricacies that comes within texturing in video games. Now, say this was back when mouthwashing was a topic, a very popular topic, in fact. So the current trends was... I feel like pirate software. I don't want to use a drawing tool, by the way. I'd rather type everything out. Because I'm a typing girl, not a drawing girl. Are you a drawing son or a typing daughter? So now, you have this overly specific niche. Fucking overly specific. With something as broad as the Grand Canyon. Chances are, no one is going to be like, within this what the fuck? Pen tool is weird. Can I make it thicker? Okay, I hate the pen tool. Can I have something different? Does the pencil work? Ah, the pencil's so much better. So, within this topic itself, there's going to be a lot of people doing different things. Will you see someone within this current trend just going like, yeah, see, I'm looking at the textures within this game, And then afterwards, like, examining how they go well, how they fit the story, how this ties everything together, so on and so forth. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a person dedicate themselves to, in like 10-minute increments, talking about textures in video games. So, you grab your overly specific niche, and you put it to a very broad trend. Chances are, chances are, you're going to get some kind of big boost, because who the fuck is talking about the textures? No one is. No one is talking about the graphics of the game. They're most likely, when they're explaining the game, they're like, oh yeah, the graphics are nice. The graphics are very wet and mouthwashing. That's probably as specific people are going to get. But if you explain the intricacies of this game that they really like, people might take notice. I think I would be kind of interested to see what that even means. Why the textures of mouthwashing? Why the wet textures of mouthwashing actually are good for the lore? Something like that. I'm not good with titling. Ooh, it's a very good hook. True. Wet textures make mouthwashing. You do make good titles, very fun titles. I usually just put in whatever I think is funny. So, I had a clip that I recently posted. It's literally just called White Man Stare. It's me staring into the camera, and that's the entire clip because someone said, put in the audio thing, and it just randomly pulled out a I'm coming. So I found that very funny, and I stared into the camera. I had it zoom in too, because we're improving our editing. You watch all the shorts. I'm sure you watched my previous videos too, which don't. They're all terrible. Hello, Cheesy Ian. I'm gonna put you back to where you belong. On my right monitor. So within this, we're actually just gonna remove the speed. How does this timer work? This timer changes the gear and emits gear change. I hate it. In this one specific instance, I do not believe that this will impact the game positively. Like, going faster is an active difficulty increase that is not fun for players. I do know that if you throw in more unavoidable obstacles that, like, I don't know, remove points, or like the oil slick. The oil slick is a very good one. The ambulance is also a very good obstacle. I love when I help make funny clip. Indeed. Sometimes it's very funny. Sometimes I get jump scared by a bulldozer while playing Payday 3, and then afterwards I get absolutely scared because bulldozers aren't supposed to spawn this early in the wave. What the fuck? Alright, what was I doing? This. Current gear. I'm gonna remove the gear. You getting jumped. Fucking piano. Gonna remove the current gear. We don't need this. Huh? Oh, weird. Gotta adjust the turning speed. That's... So other car is probably just gonna... Does it specifically... No, I don't think it does. We could press play and find out. Oh, that's cool. It actively adds on to the left and right. So, that's good. That's good. So, first of all, the acceleration sound is too short. I hate how annoying it is. Which one do I use? Let's remove this. Just call it Excel. And then afterwards delete the other 5. The player itself. I don't want to see this as a variable. Beautiful. Doggo, not real, I'm delusional. I think Doggo might actually be in the stream. Let's go here, users in chat. Doggo is in the stream, I just don't think he's actively participating. Let's increase our left and right. Damn. What is X? Left and right input. Okay. So we double how fast our float is. What is slide? Oil spill, okay. You're gonna start lurking again? Alright. Have fun. I'm gonna be doing this. Let's take a look at our gravity real quick. Gravity. I'm gonna launch it up by -50, I think. It's good. Explosion! Oh, there goes that car. Oh, shit, man, this is super fun. Just juggle cars. We should improve how much our speed is. G gear? G gear doesn't exist. Let's just remove that. What? Oh, okay, I know what this is. Probably just remove it. But you don't need to worry about that. This is so much fun. All right. go ahead and add on some things. With these CPU particles, we want to make a trail. So from here, increase the size. To like 2. Good enough. 4. 6. 6 is good. Oh, I need I think a -1. The Z, there you go. Bump it up to 7. Trail. $64 particles over 200. Okay, I think I see the issue. We're gonna remove the gravity. Initial velocity, we're gonna make that 100. Oh. That's angular velocity. It's spraying the wrong way. Need a spread to be 0. $100 good. I can decrease the particles now. Add on local coordinates, so that way. Alright, drag this around. Oh, no. Save this actually. I drag this around, it should be different. Skirt, trail. Wheel, trail. So with these, we're gonna get the oil trail. Emitting true. Else, we'll set these to false. What? Oh. Ooh. Just stupid little stretch. Why isn't this working? No, I think I know what the issue might be. Beautiful. Yes! Yes! Oil slick. I love how stupid it is. Oh, is the ambulance hitting anything? I don't think the ambulance is hitting anything. Set it to black. I think the collision layer is wrong. So good. All right. Oh, you know what would be so fun? If we could hit the building. I have to... add collision exception with... Huh. Get tree. Get nodes in group. Building. For I in nodes. What we're going to do is take the I dot add or collision. Add collision except with I. That's what we're doing. Building is still affected. Or maybe if I just apply the group, maybe it'll work.